Damn it. I failed as a YouTube content creator. That's right. I failed as a YouTube content creator. Basically, a while ago, you might know this, a while ago I decided like, hey, let me shoot a ton of YouTube videos. Let me build up my YouTube channel and I'm going to focus on growing the YouTube channel for once. And so I bought this software, this vidIQ software, specifically to grow the YouTube channel. But a few months go by and kind of nothing really. And it's nothing because I haven't been consistent enough. And there's three main reasons as to why that happened. And I'm also going to tell you what I'm going to do about it from going forward from today. So basically, reason number one as to why I failed is as soon as I decided, like, you know what, I'm going to grow the YouTube channel. I'm going to focus on growing YouTube. As soon as I decided that, I also like really got into investing. So I had a ton of money just sitting in the bank account, and I'm thinking to myself like, man, I got to do something with this freaking money. So I finally put money into stock, in the stock market and in crypto as well. So I started investing, but then I got obsessed with it, like insanely obsessed with it. So I'm sitting down, I'm just reading a ton, I'm studying all these charts, I'm looking at the stock market all day, every day, and I just got obsessed with it because my goal is to truly build wealth, like just build a ton of wealth. And I mean, I know a lot of people, they're like, well, I want to change the world. I want to build wealth, okay? So investing does exactly that. That's literally what the stock market and all that sort of stuff is. I mean, I think it's rigged, but that's a whole other story. Basically, I got into investing because I really, really like it. It's like a puzzle that you have to figure out that involves real money. So you're playing like this game involving real money. It's like this puzzle. And so I just got obsessed with it. So that took my focus away from growing the YouTube channel. That was number one. Number two was one that I already predicted, and I think this was the first or second video that I mentioned when I was going to grow the YouTube channel. I already predicted this in terms of I had to change my mindset to go from just focusing on producing revenue to focus on, okay, growing subscribers. Because I always tell people like, look, if your social media following is bigger than your bank account, then you're building your business wrong. And a lot of people, they focus on subscribers, they focus on followers, and they're not making any money. I do the exact opposite. I'm like, I'm going to focus strictly on the revenue. I don't give a damn as to how many subscribers or followers I get. And so that's what I focused on. And I knew that was going to be a problem for me in terms of switching that mindset. Like, all right, let's focus on subscribers for a little bit. And so so that was the other problem in terms of why I didn't like stay consistent. And the final problem is also, as I decided to grow the YouTube channel, I also decided to switch the ads from Facebook ads to YouTube ads. And so with that switch, I had to learn all this new stuff with YouTube ads. And I'm sitting there, I'm focusing on YouTube ads. I'm obsessed with the stock market. In my head, I'm like, nope, it's revenue. It doesn't matter with followers. So all this combined caused me to not be consistent with growing the YouTube channel. And look, everybody gets distracted. Everybody says, okay, I'm going to do this thing. And all of a sudden, all this other stuff pops up and you never really do this thing. So I thought to myself, okay, well, what's a solution? Because I really do want to grow the YouTube channel. I do want to produce more content and everything. So I thought, well, what's the solution? And I have a very interesting solution that's basically for me. I mean, it could be used for you, but here's what it is. A while ago, I used to do this a lot. I did this a lot a while ago to build my entertainment business. And I thought I was the only one to do it because I thought like, damn, Benji, you crazy ass mofo doing this stuff. And so I thought I was the only person to do it until I saw The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, where they were talking about this stuff with Michael Jordan. What happened was Michael Jordan was playing a game against, I don't know who he was playing a game. And then all of a sudden at the end of the game, they lost. Michael Jordan's team lost. And someone said something to Michael Jordan. They were like, yeah, good game, buddy. And they were like laughing at it or something. And Michael Jordan took this to heart. I mean, you never talk trash to Michael Jordan. This dude, it's insane. So people just know, hey, don't talk trash to Michael Jordan. So some guy said at the end of the game, they basically talked trash to Jordan. And then Jordan's like, okay, okay. And then he just destroyed them the next time. Like he took it to heart, destroyed them. Apparently, In reality, this never happened. Like, this guy never talked trash to Jordan. He never said anything to Jordan. Jordan just made it up. Like, Jordan literally made up the story in his own head. He just said, like, when he lost, he said, okay, and he made up the story in his head that guy said something to him, and that caused him to be insanely more competitive. And I realized I did the same thing with my entertainment business. When someone would deny me a gig, like I would send them an email or something and they would say no, or they just wouldn't respond. In my head, I'm like, okay, okay, like, oh, just, and I would create this story in my head as to why they denied me or something like that. And that would cause me to work harder. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to do the same thing with the YouTube channel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a competitive scenario with this YouTube channel, and I'm going to look at somebody. I'm going to pick one or two people who are like kind of at the top of their game, and I'm going to be insanely competitive. I'm going to think in my head like, okay, how many videos are they producing? Okay, I'm going to produce more. Like, in my head, I'm going to get really, really competitive with this person, with this YouTube channel, even though they don't know I exist. Like, in my head, I'm going to say, I basically picture them saying like, oh, Benji, we got more subscribers than you. And like, I picture them saying this stuff in my head, even though it's not true. I just do it anyways, because it forces the competitiveness out of me. And so that's essentially what I'm going to be doing from this moment forward. I just got to figure out who I'm going to pick, or a couple people that I'm going to pick. And so this is like a really good strategy if you're a really competitive person. I do this all the time, like even at the boxing gym the other day when we had to do like a maximum set of push-ups. So I'm like doing my max, and I was first, right? So I did my max, and then this other guy, he did like three more than me. And in my head, I was like, okay, okay. And like, I pictured him like just say something like, yeah, I did three more, mother. I just pictured him saying that to me, even though he didn't say anything. I just pictured it. And so the next time we did, I just obliterated the dude. And so I do that to draw out the competitiveness in me. And it's something you can do as well if you're insanely competitive. But that's how I'm going to move forward from now on with this YouTube channel to like be consistent and really grow it. I'm just going to pick somebody and be like, okay, this motherfucker talk trash to me. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, basically, I failed as a YouTube content creator so far because of those reasons. But right now, I'm good to go when it comes to the investing. I have all my money where I want it to be. So even though I'm still obsessed with it, I can still back off with the YouTube ads. I mean, I've got the YouTube ads going. I can still learn more with the YouTube ads, but still, I can back off a little bit with that as well. And then with the, what was the other thing? Oh, the mindset thing. I guess I got to work on that one, but that's where the competitiveness comes into play. But you got to remember that when it comes to just failing at stuff, I'd never really think of failure as failure, just because whenever I fail at something, I kind of just ignore it anyways, and I just move on to the next thing. So that's basically what's going to happen right now. The next thing is the competitiveness of the YouTube channel, and then I'm just going to go all in with that competitiveness, and boom, let's just see where it goes and what happens. So